Welcome back to another episode of the Canceled Podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so excited! I'm doing my first review of a YouTube apology video! Come in, everybody! Okay, let's get everyone up to date. Tana Mongeau has a podcast called Canceled, which she shot with her co-host Brooke. Now, roughly about a week ago, they had a controversial guest that received a ton of backlash in the comments, and so now Tana and Brooke took to their podcast to do a cliche apology video.
You call it turtle shelling?
Yeah, but I feel like it would be water right now.
Okay, don't worry.
I'm actually really...
Can I just say one thing? I've said it before and I'll say it again. The one good thing Trisha did on Frenemies was elevate the dress code for all future podcasts. Am I right or am I right? Trisha knew the number for some of the best stylists in Hollywood. It seems like all these big YouTubers turned podcasters haven't received the memo. They all look like they just rolled out of bed. Now I'm talking these big YouTubers who have money to add some kind of style to their visuals. Step your game up. Please and thank you.
Wait, I'm so sorry.
Apology with tears now.
No, don't we owe them an apology or something? Aren't they mad at us?
Oh my God. I completely forgot about that.
And thank you for being honest, Tana, because that is going to be my biggest point about YouTuber apologies. They do not care. Each and every one of them. If you think you've ever seen a genuine YouTube apology, please reference it in the comments below because I would like to see it. But yeah, none of these apologies are real. Like a child who hits his classmate and you tell him to say sorry, or they can't go out for recess and so they begrudgingly say, "I'm sorry." Yeah, this is not what we're doing to adults. Pushing people to say sorry. Usually if a YouTuber does something offensive, it's because they don't know it's offensive. And to demand an apology before they can even understand why they should apologize is disingenuous. No real resolution. Just someone who learned to just say sorry to stop people from fussing at them. And then we're mad when we feel as though their apology was not good enough. Yeah, because they're not truly sorry. But back to Tana.
I mean, read the title. It happens.
See, and this is why when the controversy first happened on Tana's podcast a week ago, I ignored it. I thought, let me go take a quick look at Tana's podcast numbers. Oh, they're down? Of course. She said something controversial. She was looking for attention. That was my exact thought process. Y'all, I want to do some stuff on the Kardashians, and I've been refusing so far just because I don't want to give them what they want. Attention. So now here we have Tana and Brooke deciding to be controversial on their last episode to drum up free publicity to their podcast, in which it looks like they just roll out of bed, and lo and behold, they did not get the attention they so desperately tried to seek. Boo-hoo. So let's see what this controversy is all about.
Okay, so
we were not trying to normalize incest.
Hey! I see Tana graduated from the Trisha Paytas Shane Dawson School of Controversy. Is that what you wanted out of life, Tana? The choice is yours. Okay, so what's going on here is that in their last podcast, their guest made mention of sleeping with her cousin, along with other things like working in a shelter and sleeping with one of the attendees, which is a big no-no. And she also talked about her little brother inappropriately, and I will spare you the details. So while all of this was going on, Tana and Brooke basically sat there in the interview nodding and smiling with not even a little bit of pushback. Okay, let's continue.
And I'm sorry for laughing. That's just not a real sentence.
I do get how it came across that way. But like, first of all, Stella Barry's cousin is not her blood cousin.
Yes. And so we knew that going into the podcast that the cousin thing it's not a real cousin. And don't get me wrong, I guess even like, I now understand that cosplaying as cousins.
I was in high school when I met the first person who told me their parents were cousins. My mouth dropped open. But since then, I've come to learn that there are a lot of countries where cousins marry. It's encouraged and not so uncommon. And there are some states where marrying cousins is still legal and recognized. Now, maybe there's a big difference between marrying a cousin versus hooking up with a cousin. I don't know. I just know that cousin marriage is a thing in some cultures. However, on the last episode of Canceled, the cousin thing was talked about in a salacious way, and so their conversation was not meant to be educational but taboo.
get where it's a little
is
creepy
wrong.
and weird, and like I feel like that whole episode was probably really abrasive to a lot of like regular people.
100%.
But like I feel like we have such a like hypersexualized like group and stuff that we almost are like, oh my god, yeah, haha, like that's so funny,
so true. And obviously we were saying this today too. It's like when you have on like a shocking guest, you want to make them feel comfortable.
Yeah. What if she sat here with us and we were like, ew,
you weird bitch.
But that's what you're supposed to do. One of you is supposed to play the good cop and the other one is supposed to play the bad cop. That's how you get an interesting discussion going on a podcast. Unless you just want canceled to be a vast abyss of vapidness. If so, you're doing an excellent job.
Like, but I completely like understand that. But I do. A little less.
I do admire how like open she is. It's not like I like disagree. I stand by what I was saying.
I mean, just
Brooke, you seem to be intelligent, especially sitting next to Tana, who is very clearly playing up the dumb blonde stereotype, unfortunately. But Brooke, you can't even give a little bit of pushback, even if you wanted to, because Tana is your meal ticket. You serve at her pleasure. A couple of weeks ago, Tana was a no-show for a long time, and Brooke had to resort to going to her socials to explain even she didn't know when Tana would get back to doing their podcast. Plus, Tana has done shows without Brooke. So yeah, Brooke, you have to sit there and take whatever Tana throws at you, even if you may not agree with it. But that's the life you chose. We all have choices in life.
maybe like,
but
maybe
don't fuck your real cousins, like for sure.
And maybe cosplaying even as a cousin is wrong. Like I do get that. I guess it teeters a fine line because
it's just kind of, if you know that's what is most successful online and your end goal is to make money, then you're going to do.
That's what I was going to say.
Right, Brooke. The other lady's main goal is to make money, which is why you're hooked up with Tana. No integrity, all about the money. I wouldn't be surprised if there will be more apologies with quotation marks in your future.
Is like the number one category is like step sister, step brother. So it's like, and that's something that's somehow acceptable, I guess, like to the masses. Like, I mean, it's the number one porn category like in the world. So it's obviously acceptable to an extent. So I guess it was just kind of looking at it like in that genre that like, you know?
Yeah.
But
okay, so now is Tana being obtuse on purpose or what? Is she seriously using popular adult content stats to determine what is acceptable in society? I can't. She better be trolling.
Yeah,
we're sorry about that.
Yeah, we won't. Well, you know, our next guest will be like a
priest.
I was gonna say teacher. Like, why would we have a teacher on Canceled?
I don't know.
And there you have it. Tana's non-apology. This was fun. I can't wait for us to review the next big YouTuber apology. Let me know what you think down below.